So now, the word discipline, you know another meaning for discipline? It means military discipline. Military discipline. It's a Latin word, militaris, a soldier, or war, or military service, warlike, soldiers, assembly. Now, that's where you come in, brother. That's where you come in, brother. Go ahead, huh?
2 Timothy 2 and 3. Therefore, endure hardness.
It say endure what?
Endure hardness
Come on.
as a good soldier.
The Most High said endure hardness like a good soldier.
No man that warrior entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who has chosen him to be a soldier.
To be a what, brother?
To be a soldier.
To be a soldier.
And if a man also strive,
Exodus 18. No, come on. No, you can do your 4. Give me Exodus 18. Now, soldier. I think over a soldier's a corporal, something like that. They got lieutenants. They got captains or generals. So there's order in the camp. There's order in the camp. A regular soldier is not going to go straight to the general. A regular soldier might go to the lieutenant. And Barrah's a lieutenant. You know? Because generals and captains they got things to bring out, lessons and so on. So maybe the guys that's underneath that general, that's underneath the lieutenant, is not going to come straight to the general. They might come straight to the lieutenant. If the lieutenant not available or so on, then they might give the general a call, or whatever the case might be. Okay? So there's order in the camp. You look lost, right? You look lost, man. You just came from under a rock. You just came from under a rock.
Did you listen? He walked.
This piece of
Exodus chapter 8.
look at this piece of fetus. Look at this piece of fetus right here. Huh? Look at this feces. That's a feces right there.
explain I'm a Muslim.
Do you know what feces? Do you know what feces mean? Huh? Yes. It look like just came for somebody's bowels. It look like just came for somebody's bowels. You look like a feces. You look like a piece of feces. Say you're a piece of feces.
No, you went to pick a girl.
Say you're a piece of feces. Say you're a piece of feces. Can you say?
I tell her you girl.
Drunken bastard.
You can say what you want. Why do you teach girl?
Stay focused, brother.
Exodus chapter 18.
Yeah, go ahead. Like I said, there's order in the camp. It's like there's order in the heavens. Yeah, go ahead, read.
When Jethro, the priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law,
So Jethro was, that's his father-in-law. Go ahead.
heard of all that the Most High had done for Moses,
So Jethro is talking to Moses. Go ahead. Just be loud, bro.
Go ahead,
and for Israel his people, and that Yahweh brought Israel out of Egypt.
Yahweh brought what?
Israel out of Egypt.
Go ahead.
And God
Then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took Zipporah, Moses' wife, after he had sent her back, and her 2 sons, of which the name of the one was Gershom, for he said, I have been an alien in a strange land.
Come on.
And the name of the other was Eleazar. For the Most High power of my father said, he was my help and delivered me from the sword of Pharaoh. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came with his sons and his wife unto Moses into the wilderness.
What verse you on, bro? 18?
Yeah, Exodus 18.
21? 21? Exodus 18:21?
There's something about
Moreover, Exodus 18:21. Thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear Yahweh, men of truth.
You say men of what?
Truth.
Men of truth. Go ahead.
Hating covetousness, and place such over them.
So Jethro gave advice to Moses and said, men over men. Because Moses was, you know, he was dealing with that all on his own. And Moses was getting frustrated, man. He was getting frustrated. So Jethro gave him a good advice, said men over men. So go ahead, Al.
Able men, such as fear Yahweh. Men of truth.
I hear you.
Men of
That's
truth.
right. So your brothers out there, in the highways and byways, they gotta be what? Men of truth. Go ahead.
Hating covetousness, and place such over them to be rulers of 1,000, and rulers of 100, rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10s.
That's right.
And let them judge the people at all seasons.
Go ahead.
And it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee, but every small matter they shall judge. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee.
Come on.
If thou shalt do these things, and the Most High Yahweh command thee so, then thou shalt be able to endure, and all this people shall also go to their place in peace. So Moses hearkened to the voice of his father-in-law, and did all that he had said. And Moses chose able men out of all Israel, and made them heads over the people, rulers of 1,000, rulers of 100, rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10.
It's like Elder Tahar, Gabar, Ariamla, Rakar, Malkazat, Kazazabat, and these other elders that's underneath them, they are rulers over what? Thousands, huh? And hundreds, and so on. But camps have camp leaders that's ruler over those small group of men. Okay? Go ahead.
And Moses chose able men out of all Israel, and made them head over the people, rulers of 1,000, rulers of 100, rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10s, and they judge the people at all seasons.
They got some men they don't want to be ruled over. I know God ain't you don't want that authority. You know? They got some men they don't want to be ruled over. They want to be independent. They don't want to come to camp when they want to come to camp. They don't want to come to class when they want to come to class. They want to do the work when they ready. It don't work like that. It don't work like that, huh? Go ahead.
The hard places they brought unto Moses, but every small matter they judge themselves. And Moses,
but every small matter, what?
They judge themselves.
So they go to Brother Barak. You know, he might direct you to the scriptures. If you need help, he'll come to me. You know what I'm saying? But you can handle that small matter amongst yourself. But if it's a big matter, then I'm sure it will go to the general where we all discuss it. Okay, that's order. All right, go ahead.
Moses let his father-in-law depart, and he went his way into his own land.
Let's bring out 2 Samuel. There's a lot of scriptures on this. There's a lot of scriptures on it, but we ain't gonna bring them all out. Give me 2 Samuel 18, verse 1. 2 Samuel 18, verse 1. And give me 1 Kings 9:22. Because David had set up captains and so on. And Solomon did the same thing. Saul did it also. Alright?
Samuel 18 and 1.
Go ahead, brother.
And David numbered the people that go with him,
Come on.
And set captains of thousands.
Set captains of what up?
Of thousands. And captains of hundreds for them.
That's right. So most likely y'all camp leaders, if y'all camp leaders, y'all might have been captain back then. Y'all might have been captains back then. Alright? Because your spirit is that you're not have to lead. So all your camp leaders, you gotta have a gift of discernment also. Able to discern. Able to have that authority. Able to lead and show that respect to your men. Because if you want respect, you gotta give respect. Okay? And sometimes you're gonna have to roar like a lion. You know? But we have to obey authority. We have to obey authority. Just the way Yahweh was working the Jethro to give that message to Moses, they set captains, set rulers over other men. And that's what's going on today. That's why when we out there in the highways and byways, when demons coming against us, when I'm telling the brothers, hey, knock it off. There's a reason behind that. There's a reason behind that. But if men being disobedient to the general, you're making that general look bad. You're making that man look bad in front of other camps. So now, Yahweh telling his camp leader to tell your man, all right, let's lock it off. There's a reason behind that. Because the audience must start fighting among each other. And it's also showing to the audience, hey, this is a disciplined camp. They got it together. Now, the private is shouting, this private is shouting, this man is shouting, what is that? Now, that potential fruit that might be in the audience, look at them. Look at them, they don't got no order. They don't got no order. The general has to shout at their man for them to be quiet. There's no order. Yahweh is seeing that, man. Yahweh sees everything, man. We gotta have that order out there when we in the highways and byways. That's for all GMS camp, man. There's gonna be a lot of demons that's coming. This brother got this to say, this brother got this to say. Direct that audience to that speaker. Everybody puts an out of their mouth silent. But there's gonna be a time that we're gonna branch off. This man gonna talk to this man. This man gonna talk to this man. At the end and so on. But when we out there in unison, because discipline means military, it also means assembly. You got to assemble out there like soldiers, man. We can't break rank. You know? Elder Tahar can speak over the other men because he's the captain. He's the captain. So that order is very important. How we know this because the scripture says so. We gotta be obedient in the higher power. And treat the elders what? Like a father. Yeah, bring it on. Let's sit on 18 verse 1.
Hebrews 13, verse 7.
Yeah, go ahead.
Remember them which have the rule over you.
So remember them that have a rule over you, go ahead.
Who have spoken to you the word of the Most High. Whose faith follow concerning the end, considering the end of time.
That's right. So that camp leader has more experience over you. That camp leader is like an elder over the Akim. So you gotta treat that brother with respect. Give me 1 Kings 9:22. 1 Kings 9:22. Go ahead.
The children of Israel did Solomon make no born men.
That's the brother of Solomon right there. We just read about David. Read that one more time, brother.
1 Kings 9:22.
Yeah, go ahead.
But the children of Israel did Solomon make no born men. But they were men of war.
There was a man of what?
Men of war.
Yeah, there was a man of war. And when you read, when you look up discipline, that means military, when we look up military, it means warlike, warlike. Because at the end of the day, we are war. You think when Judas Maccabees, and he was going out there with his brother and men, who he was listening to? He was listening to his captain, the captain. Judas Maccabee was the captain, huh? There was order. So if there's no order, that's called what? Anarchy. That's anarchy, man. We gotta have order among us, man. We might be small in numbers, but at least then we gotta be in unison in one accord. Because at the end of the day, it's really more of us than them. Because the angels around us. That's why when we had that battle Friday, they couldn't touch us. As much as they want to touch us, they couldn't touch us, man. Because the angels was around us. Okay? What demons want to do, when they try to infiltrate the camp, what demons want to do, they want us to fight among each other, man. They want us to argue. Sometimes unclean spirits jump on brothers in their penal gland, they don't even know it. That's why they start shouting and shouting when the general said, hey, you know, lock it off. Lock it off. Right, who was reading?
But the children of Israel, then Solomon made newborn men. But they were men of war.
There was a man of what?
Men of war.
That's right.
And his servants, and his prince, and his captain, as rulers of his chariots and his horsemen.
That's right. So there was a man of war. We out there at war. We out there at war, guys. Remember that. It's war when we put these garments on. We at war. And when there's war, there's captains, there's generals, there's lieutenants, privates, corporals, and privates, man. We at war. So brothers out there in the highways and byways, let's establish that order. Let's establish that order, man. So that was my message. All right? The message was discipline. We gotta have discipline. Order. That was the message. All right? Now, I wanna go to a little current event. I wanna go to